Caroling Under the Mistletoe, Tales from a Festive Night. On a chilly December evening in the quaint town of Maplewood, the streets were aglow with twinkling fairy lights, and the scent of pine and cinnamon filled the air. Each year, the townsfolk gathered to kick off the holiday season with a cherished tradition, the annual caroling night under the mistletoe. This event transformed the town square into a magical winter wonderland, where laughter echoed, and the spirit of Christmas wrapped around everyone like a cozy blanket. As the clock chimed 6, a bustling crowd emerged, bundled in colorful scarves and hats. Among them was 12-year-old Effie, a bright-eyed girl with curly brown hair and a heart full of dreams. This year marked her first time leading a caroling group, an honor she had longed for ever since she could remember. Clutching a red songbook, she looked up at the snowflakes drifting from the sky, feeling the excitement bubbling within her. With her best friends, Max and Lily, by her side, Effie stepped onto a small wooden platform that had been set up in front of the grand pine tree. It was adorned with ornaments made by local children, each one telling a story of hope and joy. As the townsfolk gathered around, their faces glowing with anticipation, Effie took a deep breath and called out, "Welcome to our annual caroling night. Let's spread some joy." The first song, "Joy to the World," rang out into the night, and the crowd joined in, voices rising and curling like smoke into the frosty air. Laughter erupted as children danced about, creating whimsical patterns in the snow. Just then, a low rumble sounded, followed by a soft sprinkle of snowflakes. Above them hung large balls of mistletoe, casting playful shadows on the eager faces. As the night wore on, stories began to unfold beneath the mistletoe, each one richer than the last. A sweet couple, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, stood side by side, sharing their own tale. They shared how they had met on the very same caroling night, many years prior. Mr. Thompson grinned as he recounted how he had clumsily picked a pocketful of mistletoe to impress Mrs. Thompson, only to trip and crash into a snowman, covering himself and her in snow. The crowd chuckled, and their eyes twinkled with light as the couple shared a kiss, sending ripples of warmth through the gathering. Further down the square, another story began to unfold. A shy boy named Oliver stepped forward, clutching his ukulele. He had often felt out of place, preferring to blend in with the shadows, but tonight, something nudged him forward. With a voice soft as the falling snow, he sung his original song about the true spirit of Christmas. The crowd listened intently, eyes wide with appreciation, and as he finished, they erupted into applause, smiling at the brave boy who had dared to share his talent. As the evening progressed, Effie noticed a tall figure standing a bit apart from the crowd. It was Mr. Harper, the elderly man who lived at the end of Maplewood Lane, known for his grumpiness and solitary nature. He hadn't joined in on the festivities for as long as anyone could remember. Intrigued, Effie felt a pull in her heart. A choir of carolers was about to sing Silent Night, and she decided to approach him. "Would you like to join us?" Effie asked, her warm smile breaking through the cold night. To her surprise, Mr. Harper offered her a faint smile in return. "I suppose it wouldn't hurt," he replied, his voice a raspy whisper. With that, Effie gently led him to the front. As the carolers sang, Mr. Harper stood slightly aloof, but gradually, the magic of the moment enveloped him. As the final notes floated away, he looked around, finally meeting the eyes of the townsfolk. "Thank you for including me," he confessed, his voice trembling. "I've stayed away for too long." An unexpected cheer rose from the crowd, welcoming him back, and for the first time in ages, Mr. Harper allowed his laughter to bubble up, mixing with the joyous sounds around him. Just when the last song was sung, Max held up the red songbook. "Before we end the night, let's all share what Christmas means to us." With cheers of encouragement, people began to take turns, expressing their hopes and dreams, their favorite memories, and what the festive season symbolized. Each story added a layer of warmth, connecting them deeper than ever. As the moon shone brightly above, casting silver light on the gathering, the townsfolk of Maplewood embraced each other under the mistletoe, sharing hugs, smiles, and promises of togetherness. They had reminded one another that the spirit of Christmas wasn't just in the songs or the decorations, but in the love and kindness they shared with one another. That night, beneath the mistletoe, the town forged new connections, rekindled old flames of joy, and wove a tapestry of stories that would be told for generations. Effie looked around, her heart swelling with pride and happiness. As laughter danced in the air and snowflakes pirouetted around them, she realized that it wasn't just a festive night, it was a new beginning for everyone involved, a night to remember. Click the subscribe button if you enjoyed my story.